Where would it be?
Sport so far, maybe a bit like boxing. They were dancing around each other for a while, both getting ready to land the first punch, but still both sides yet to kind of find that breakthrough. And okay, the black queen does go to attack white central pawn. Look at that black queen, same diagonal as the white king. You have to block that diagonal simply as Wesley. You have to use your bishop, I think, to block that diagonal. Otherwise, it's just going to be deadly. Yeah, and,
I really adore that move that you've highlighted, and also Liem has played. Now the bishop has moved forward. Whoa, okay.
Okay, wow, I think we have a blunder on the board. I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look at this. Stockfish confirms it at the computer. White now can actually go on the attack, and white can go for this sacrifice that we mentioned earlier on. The best move for white is to use his knight and take a black pawn. He's done it, Wesley. So he is so sharp, and now suddenly the black king is defenseless. Black's queen is offside on the other side of the board, not helping out. Black only has 2 legal moves, as we see here. You have to take that knight. You can't just move your king and be 2 pawns down. You have to recapture that knight. But the problem is, once white recaptures, suddenly the white queen is coming out. And look at this, the white queen, she's been doing nothing for the last 10 moves. She's ready to jump out. And look at the black king. He's defenseless.
And the queen that we kind of highlighted there, you know, is just offside. She really needs to have a close connection. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the black queen needs to have that close connection to her king. And just like that, Liem's house has just absolutely fallen apart.
No reaction from him, though, but he knows he blundered, right?
Yeah.
He must, I mean, he's just trying to calculate his way out, trying to survive, but I don't think there is a way.
Yeah. I mean, the big threat, actually, is just the queen will come in to the g5 square, give check. That will win material and just be game over. Other moves, the rooks are coming, the knights are coming. You know, white's got 4 pieces, and 3 is the magical number, actually, for a successful attack.
It's just one mistake. Black had a great position. His only mistake in this whole game was actually pushing that black pawn forward. If you look at the black pawn on the c5 square, he's just blocked the diagonal for his own queen. And it was just that one moment of carelessness that's going to cost him this game. Suddenly the black queen unable to swing across and defend. And we mentioned a few of the themes that eventually did become very relevant. Actually, all of the pieces were still on the board earlier until this sacrifice, and it was all because of that knight on the f5 square. Knights on f5 will thrive, and white's knight sacrificing itself in order for this deadly attack. And okay, the rooks have been traded. Liem had to do that. He had to get rid of a potential attacking piece, and that pawn has pushed forward. So black's queen checking the white king. That's a discovered check. The white king will simply move, though. Yeah. And the black queen still takes far too long to swing over to the defence.
Yeah. And, OK, the king just tucks itself away on the h2 square, nice and safe. And still, black has 2 problems. There's pawn takes knight, recovering material immediately. There's also the queen coming in to the g5 square to stand and look at the black king. And once again, white's knight that is sitting there is ready to jump forward. I mean, just too many pieces.
Defending and attacking that white knight,
Yeah, and it's getting ready to actually jump to the h5 square. And all the while, I think the position would be OK if Liem had some kind of connection. OK, he has moved his knight to the h7 square. You know, we've heard from David, and I think it's a very useful rule of thumb. A knight is a king's best friend. But here it's looking a little bit shaky because there's 2 laser bishops pointing at the black king. You
know the other issue, Ivanka, that knight is a king's best friend. That black knight is his best defender right now, but it can be eliminated.
Exactly.
White can actually take that black knight right now with his light square bishop. White's light square bishop, it's on a great diagonal, but eliminate a defender. It might as well give itself up for black's best defender. And then white will be ready to pounce with the white queen, to pounce with the white knight. And just no defensive pieces left.
Do you see any hope for Liem?
If Wesley takes that knight, then no. I don't think there's any hope. But if Wesley wastes a move, maybe takes a time out, maybe tries to improve the white rook, then maybe there's... If you give him 1 move or 2 moves to swing pieces over and bring them over to the defence, then maybe.
OK, I just checked the computer evaluation. OK, so the computer agrees with you. If you take the knight, it's dead in the water. If you also take the bishop and then swing the queen across, also completely hopeless for black. And even if you play like a slow building move, like queen moving forward, it's still completely lost. So yeah, unfortunately, looking bad.
Yeah, actually, white's queen can just give a check right now.
Yeah. Okay.
It does give a check. You had to block with the black knight. The black king, if it moved to this corner, then the white knight would have joined the attack and checkmate would have been within a couple of moves. So that black knight is blocking, but it can be eliminated if Wesley wants. He can also just bring the white knight in. He's spoilt for choice.
He totally is.
It's as if he has a menu right now and he has 10 different options to win the game.
Totally. I mean, like one move that I can see is that the queen can actually step forward to a dark square, and also it was going to be in conjunction with this knight move. So now black's threat is actually to step the queen forward. Okay.
The white threat would have been to step the queen forward, yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, the black knight, the best defender, has gone.
Yeah.
White doesn't care about his rook in the corner of the board. It's irrelevant. It's all about that black king, and the black king has no shelter anymore.
Yeah. And yeah, it just goes to show, you know, the queen is a very powerful piece, especially when combined with the bishop and the knight. And when the king is totally helpless, it's just game over. I mean, there's no cover whatsoever. I mean, maybe it might be okay if you had something there. I was trying to like visualize a scenario where it would be okay, but it's not. It's
not okay. And the problem is, Liem is thinking right now, if he takes that bishop, if black's pawn takes that bishop, the white queen will simply recapture and checkmate is coming. But if you don't take back that bishop, you're actually 2 pawns down with black. So you're 2 pawns down and you're getting attacked, and you're about to lose even more material, most likely, to stave off that attack. No, this is hopeless. No chance. And wow, this sudden flurry of moves. Okay, he takes a rook because he didn't want to just kind of suffer for nothing. You might as well suffer with something in your hand, with a rook in your hand. But I see a few ways to checkmate.
I see checkmates, and now the queen will step forward. The king must retreat, and either the queen will come to the G7 square checkmate, or the knight will come to the G7 square.
And it's over. Wesley So with the white pieces. He wins the first game in the final.